Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Desiree and I am sharing my healing journey of how I have been able to reverse my autoimmune symptoms naturally. And in this video, I really want to get into more detail about how I was able to heal. So I want to get into more detail about the protocols that I'm using and also about the supplements that I use as well. So if you're interested in this information, keep watching. So if you have not yet seen my first video, I kind of went into detail regarding my healing journey and everything that I have been through since I got my first diagnosis and my second diagnosis and my third diagnosis. So I kind of went into detail about what I have actually been through and the steps that I took to heal. So it was a summary of my healing journey. So if you haven't seen the first video, I'm gonna go ahead and link that one here so you can take a look at that one, okay? So getting into my healing journey, I really want to get into more detail just to explain to you guys exactly what I did, and hopefully I can kind of give you inspiration as to what you might be able to do as well. So full disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. I am not a doctor. I am just sharing what has worked for me. And if you are interested in using any of the protocols that I have implemented in my healing journey, please talk to your medical professional, to your primary care physician, and see if these protocols might be safe for you as well. So the very first thing that I implemented was the medical medium information, which was the protocol that helped me the most with my autoimmune diseases. So the first book that I bought and I absolutely loved was the Thyroid Healing book. I love this book. It is my first one that I purchased. As soon as I received it, I dug right into it and I immediately implemented the protocols that are in the back of the book. So he includes the protocols, he includes recipes, and a lot of the recipes are actually delicious. So basically what the medical medium protocol is that you are eating a whole food plant-based diet where you're eating lots of fruits and vegetables and, starches, but everything is very healthy and healing. So a lot of, in the evening, I like to eat a lot of potatoes or sweet potatoes that keep me full, but are also extremely healing for people who have autoimmune disease. So in the mornings, what I do is I do the medical medium morning cleanse, which is basically lemon water. And sometimes I'll do lemon water just by itself, or I'll do lemon water with ginger and honey. And it tastes delicious, you guys. You wouldn't even know it's something that's actually healthy for you. So when I first started, I would do about 8 ounces, but now since I've been doing this for 4 years, I am drinking 32 ounces of lemon water and it is just delicious. So I'll use 1 whole lemon and then I'll just squeeze the juice of 1 whole lemon and then I'll add 32 ounces of water. And then I'll just mix the honey and the ginger in and just mix that. And the water that I drink is room temperature. I know that some people like to do hot water or warm water, but medical medium does recommend drinking it at room temperature for the maximum healing benefits. So after I drink my lemon water, I wait about 20 minutes and I start to prepare my celery juice. So I will drink 32 ounces of celery juice, just plain celery juice. I don't add anything to it. When I first started, I would do about 16 ounces. And I know celery juice is not for everyone. A lot of people don't like the flavor, the taste. What I recommend that people do, if you can't stand that taste, maybe add a little bit of, apple in it and then kind of sweeten it until you can eventually wean yourself off of the apples or whatever makes it sweeter until you're just drinking straight celery juice, because the healing benefits come from the celery by itself. So you don't add anything to it. So what I do is I will wash my celery, I'll juice it in my Omega juicer. I'll link it below so that you know which one I'm using. And it is amazing, you guys. Like I juice that, I drink the 32 ounces like nothing, like I drink it like it's water. And the funniest thing is that after you start drinking celery juice for like a few weeks or months, your body starts to actually crave it, which is insane. I never thought that I would crave celery juice, but literally first thing in the morning, like after my lemon water, my body wants the celery juice. So I'll drink the celery juice and then I'll wait about 30 minutes. That is medical medium's protocol, is to wait 30 minutes for all the magic to start happening in your stomach and in your digestion, for it to cleanse your digestion and cleanse your liver. In order for you, it kind of like gets your intestines prepared for you to start consuming food. So I wait 30 minutes, the magic happens. Typically within those 30 minutes, I will go to the restroom because it literally cleanses you out. It's amazing. Like I have never had better digestion. Sorry if that's TMI, but I want to be as real and raw as possible, because if you are struggling with an autoimmune disease, I want you to see exactly what I'm doing and be as genuine as possible. So after the celery juice, I will typically do a smoothie. And I like to stick to fruits first thing in the morning. I don't like to bring in like anything too heavy first thing in the morning to kind of get my digestion prepared for heavier foods later on throughout the day. So I will have a heavy metal detox smoothie. Sometimes I'll get kind of bored of having that every single day. So I also implement a smoothie that I created. It's called the Healing Smoothie. It's my green healing smoothie, and I literally just jam pack it with power greens. So about in my blender, I'll put about 75% power greens. So power greens are spinach, kale, and chard. And I'll just stuff it in there, and then I'll add about 25% fruit. And that can be any fruit that you like. So I'll typically put wild blueberries, so frozen wild blueberries, frozen mango, and I'll also add coconut water. So I love to add coconut water to my smoothies. It just makes it taste better, and it's just more healing as well. So I'll add the coconut water. I also will add about 2 dates just to sweeten it a little bit. And I will also add spirulina powder, barley grass juice powder, and Atlantic Dulse, which is also recommended by medical medium. So it's very cleansing. It helps to detox. So I'll like interchange between the heavy metal detox smoothie and also my healing green smoothie. And I do have the recipe on my Instagram. If you're interested in seeing, what that is, but it's delicious. I love it. Even my son likes it. So after I have my smoothies, the smoothies kind of fill me up for a while. I definitely drink a lot of water throughout the day. I try to drink at least, like, I don't even know. I think I drink about like 100 ounces a day. I just want to make sure that my body is really fueling up. So lots of water. In between that water, I'll also have more lemon water throughout the day, and I'm counting that as my water intake. So the lemon water is just very, very cleansing, and it's just very good for you. So for lunch, it just depends on my mood, but sometimes I will have a sweet potato for lunch. It's the easiest thing ever to make, and I just love sweet potato. I'll eat it just plain, like a plain sweet potato, and I'll add a little bit of cinnamon on top. Sometimes I'll even chop a banana, and I'll put the banana inside of it and kind of mash it all together. And it may sound kind of gross, but it's delicious. It's really sweet, and I have a huge sweet tooth, so I love that. I'll add the cinnamon. Delicious lunch. Sometimes I'll do potatoes for lunch. If not, I'll make like a salad for lunch. Now that we're more into kind of like colder weather, I love to have more like warm foods. So in the summertime, I'm all about salads and all the smoothies, right? But now that it's starting to get colder outside, I kind of started to introduce more oatmeal with a lot of fruit. I've also been doing a lot more sweet potatoes. It's just like, I don't know, something about the seasons changing that I just like crave that warmer food. And then I'll usually have snacks in between the day. I'll have fruit, I'll have like apple slices. I'll have bananas. I love bananas. I'm like a little minion. I always have bananas. Even when like I'm leaving like just to go run an errand or something, I'll always bring a banana with me. Just in case I get hungry and I don't have anything to eat, I'll just have my fast food banana or an apple. It's perfect and it tastes delicious and it takes the hunger away. And then for dinner, I try to keep things really simple. I love to have either roasted veggies, so I'll roast potatoes and sweet potatoes chopped up, and I'll add red onion and bell pepper. Sometimes I'll add Brussels sprouts, and I'll just make whatever I have in my fridge that's available. I will add that to a baking sheet and I'll put it, well, first I'll season it, right? I'll season it with a little bit of sea salt. I don't add oil just because medical mediums protocols recommends, fat-free and oil-free, just for the maximum healing benefits, right? So I do not add oil to my baking sheet. But so I'll add my potatoes, everything, and I'll season it. So any seasoning that you like, you could do garlic, sea salt. I love adobo. Adobo is a seasoning that we use in Puerto Rico. I absolutely love it. I put it on everything and it just makes the food taste delicious. So I'll add my adobo, a little bit of sea salt, stick it in the oven at about 420 degrees, and I'll leave it in there for about, it depends, maybe 45 minutes, but I'll check on it just to see how, everything's doing. And super easy dinner. And my family loves it. I love it. It's a win-win. So yes, so those are kind of like examples of what I eat following the medical medium information. And another book that I bought that is medical medium as well is celery juice. I just wanted to learn all that I could about celery juice. So this one is really informative if you're looking to learn more about celery juice and the healing powers. Celery juice has healed millions of people around the world, and I am so happy to say that I am one of them. Celery juice is my morning medicine, and I cannot vouch for it enough. Like, I don't get paid for this. I make no money on celery juice, but it's just that it works. And when I find something that works, I want to share it with everyone and say, you know what? If you're having any kind of symptoms, or you have an autoimmune disease, or just something isn't right, like you're not feeling quite right, try celery juice, because I promise you that it will help you. So some of the benefits of celery that I've seen so far is that whenever I drink it, I get like a boost of energy. So I don't even drink coffee. I don't even crave coffee anymore. And I used to be a coffee addict. Don't drink coffee. Celery juice is my replacement. I get a boost of energy, but I also feel super calm, like very grounded and calm. I also feel like my digestion has never been better. I don't get bloated. And that is the worst feeling in the world. If you have ever been bloated, you know what I'm talking about. It's not fun to be bloated. So no bloating, you feel super light, you feel like you can just take on your day. It's amazing. Also, I have noticed that celery juice has helped me with my periods. So my periods became very, very short and very light. I went from having very heavy and painful menstruation to having very light and pain-free periods. So literally 3 days, and I was like, I wouldn't even realize I was on it. I also noticed that my PMS was way less severe than it used to be. Like, I would get extremely emotional, extreme mood swings. And after I started doing the celery, I really wouldn't even get any mood swings. Like, I felt like my mood was very even keeled. Like, I was kind of calm most of the time. So I wouldn't even get the signal of hey, you're about to get your period. Like, that used to be my sign. And it kind of disappeared after I started drinking celery juice. I also noticed that my hair, it used to shed a lot. And I know it's because of the Hashimotos and all of the autoimmune diseases that I was having. My hair was always shedding. So I noticed less hair loss. My nails became less brittle, and my skin stopped breaking out. It was amazing. I lived my entire life having acne, and it was so embarrassing because I was like, my gosh, I'm an adult and I still have acne. And now, since I've been implementing celery juice, that was like one of the first things I noticed is my skin cleared up, and that is like, that's everything. I remember one time I got a compliment at work on my skin, and I was like, that is the best compliment that anyone could ever give me, because I struggled so much with acne like my entire life. So that is a huge plus, right? No acne. Of course, I'm pregnant right now. My hormones are kind of, going out of whack. And I have experienced, a few breakouts here and there, but nothing like I used to, thank God. So celery juice, amazing. I highly recommend it. If you have any questions about it, please let me know. I read all of your comments, my DMs. I've been getting a lot of DMs on my Instagram, and I respond to every single one of them. So if you have any questions, just reach out to me and be happy to talk to you. So another book that I bought that's also medical mediums is Cleanse to Heal. Love this book. It's huge. It has so many recipes in here. It has so many different cleanses that he has available for you, and they're divided up kind of like if it's the first time you've done a cleanse, he kind of recommends which cleanse to start with. He has many different cleanses. He explains literally every single, chronic illness, autoimmune disease, mystery symptom, everything. I don't know if you guys can see that, but he goes into detail about all of these mystery symptoms that we have. And sometimes we get diagnosed. Like, I got lucky that I got a diagnosis, but a lot of us live with these symptoms and we never get a diagnosis. So we have no idea what the heck is happening to us, right? So if you have a mystery symptom, he explains it and he gives you the protocol for it. Like, he tells you exactly what supplements to take to help heal that symptom or help reverse that symptom. So highly, highly, highly recommend this book. It's amazing. The recipes are delicious, and it just goes really into detail regarding every mystery symptom. So highly recommend. And obviously, right, I don't get any commission for this. I'm not sponsored by Medical Medium. I'm just, a very blessed person that happened to run across his information, and I have been able to heal myself with Medical Medium. So Medical Medium, thank you so much for putting this information out there. This has been extremely life-changing for me and for millions of people around the world. So thank you so much. So that is what I have regarding Medical Medium and my nutrition. And I want to share with you my supplements, right? So again, these supplements, I take them, right? I checked with my primary care physician before I started them. And I do recommend that if you're looking to start taking these supplements, check with your doctor first, okay? I am not a medical professional. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a person who has been able to heal and reverse my symptoms naturally using supplements as well. So the first medications that I take, I do still have one prescription medication that I take every day, and that is my Synthroid medication, just because of my thyroid, right? So I do have Hashimoto's, and I never shared this in my first video because I thought it was gonna be way too long, but I actually had a procedure. So I had a tumor in my thyroid, which was called hyperparathyroidism. And this was before my son was born. And that was a whole slew of symptoms and things. And if you want to learn more about it, maybe I can make a video about it. If you want to, learn more about it, let me know. Maybe I can kind of do a video explaining exactly what it is. But basically what happened was I had a tumor growing in my parathyroid and I had to get it removed. I ended up getting the surgery at a Air Force base, and the doctor who was performing my surgery was very new. So he performed the surgery. The surgery is actually very complex because the parathyroids are so tiny. They look like little grains of rice, right? So it's like your thyroid is here, looks like a butterfly, and then you have 4 parathyroids. So I had one on my left side. And the doctor was trying to remove it. He accidentally removed the wrong one. It was a healthy parathyroid. And then he ended up removing the correct one. He removed the tumor. So by doing that, he ended up removing a lot of my thyroid on my left side. So my right side of my thyroid is intact, right? It's completely there and it's fine. However, after I had that surgery, not having the left side of my thyroid affected, my thyroid production. So I am on Synthroid, and I think I might be on it for the rest of my life just because I'm missing half of my thyroid. So maybe if I wouldn't have had that surgery and I still had my entire thyroid, I probably wouldn't even be on medication right now. But since I still do, I still have to be on the medication, I'm okay with that. I've actually brought it down from 150 micrograms. I'm down to 100 micrograms. I am happy with that. I'm okay with that. It's totally fine. I also take a vitamin D3 supplement. I don't take it every day. I take it once a week because it's a pretty high dose. So I take this once a week, especially now that I'm like, it's not summer and I'm not outside as much. I do try to take the vitamin D. Another thing that I also take is the probiotic that Medical Medium recommends. It's called Enzymatica ProBio. So I can link this below if you're interested. You can also check on his website. He has all of these supplements listed. So probiotic for my digestion, curcumin with turmeric, super amazing anti-inflammatory. I love taking this. I do take selenium as well to help with my thyroid production. It's been really helpful. I also take iodine edge, and I have checked with my doctor before I started taking this. So if you're interested in taking iodine, talk to your doctor before you even decide to take this. So I did check my iodine levels, and I did start taking this, and I noticed as soon as I started taking this, the doctor noticed that my TSH levels kind of started to normalize even more. So this has been very helpful. And let's see what else I have here. I have this L-lysine supplement. I take this every day. I have the magnesium glycinate. I take this twice a day, 2 capsules. My Micro C, it's a vitamin C supplement. This is amazing, especially now during cold and flu season. I will make Medical Mediums. He has, what is it called? Vitamin C shock therapy. So it's using the Micro C capsules with orange juice and honey and warm water. And you take it, I think it's 3 times a day. I have to check. It's in his Cleanse to Heal book. But it's something that I like to do, especially now that cold and flu season is starting. And I also give it to my husband and my son, and it's been really helpful. Let's see, what else do I have here? And currently I just started taking this, but it's because I am pregnant. It's a vitamin B6. This is to help to control nausea. So I can talk more about this in another video, but normally I would never take that, but I'm pregnant, so I have to. And then I want to talk about my tinctures. So I take zinc every single day, and I give this to my son and my husband as well to really help boost our immune system. I take this every single day. I also take my B12 liquid supplement. This stuff is amazing. I give it to my son as well. And the rest of the ones I'm going to show you, I'm not currently taking because I am pregnant, and these are herbal tinctures, so I can't take these. But as soon as I'm, done being pregnant and I have my baby, I'll be back taking all my supplements, all these herbal supplements. So I also used to take lemon balm. This is amazing for calming you down and just making you feel great. It also helps the digestion. Stuff is amazing. Ashwagandha. My favorite. I love taking this because it helps me feel calm, and it's a huge help to kind of manage stress. It's amazing. So if you have an autoimmune disease, like I said, stress is a huge precursor for a flare-up. So if you can manage your stress, this is amazing to help you with that. Highly, highly recommend. Golden seal, another one that's amazing. Love this. Can't take it, but I'll be taking it as soon as I have my baby. Milk thistle, same thing. Love it. And I take a licorice supplement. I didn't take this one every single day. I would take it like a week on and a week off. And the cat's claw. Super, super potent, powerful to help with reversing autoimmune disease. Highly recommend this one as well. So those are the supplements that I take. I love that the majority of them are liquid. It's just easier to take. I have never been a fan of taking pills because for some reason I have like a very difficult time swallowing pills, but having them in liquid form has been amazing. And typically what I'll do with my tinctures, instead of like doing just a drop like with every single bottle, is I'll add it to a cup and I'll just drop however many drops I need to put in there, and I'll take it like a shot. So it's much easier to take your medication, like your supplements, that way. And I also wanted to talk about other books that I have used that have really helped to kind of guide me on my healing journey as well. So it's not all about nutrition, it's also about mindset, kind of like I mentioned in my last video. This is hands down like one of my favorite books. It's You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. I think I've read this book maybe like 3 times. I have it on Audible as well. I listen to it all the time. This book is just so amazing because it's like a connection of healing your mind, body, and spirit. It's not very long, you guys. I would highly recommend checking it out. It really helps you understand how important it is to have self-love and be compassionate with yourself, because if you don't have self-love, right? If you don't love yourself and you're not compassionate with yourself and you are not in a good place, right? Like you're not feeling well, you may have mystery symptoms or an autoimmune disease, any kind of chronic illness. This is a huge, way to help you kind of get over that, because when you don't love yourself, it's hard for you to heal. And that's something I needed to learn, right? And I learned that the hard way because I got really sick and I didn't really practice self-love at all. So when I started to implement that in my healing journey, it was just so powerful for me. Like I noticed that I started to actually love myself and feel compassion for myself, for my body, and feeling thankful for my body for everything that it's been through, right? Because going through multiple autoimmune diseases is not easy. And my body has worked so hard to keep me alive and keep me healthy, right? So instead of hating myself and saying, oh my God, my body's not functioning like it should, just instead of being negative, I started to be positive and say, I love you, body. Thank you for getting me through all of these illnesses and symptoms that, are so hard. It was so hard on my body. So having a lot of self-love, having a lot of compassion, like slowing down, looking in the mirror and putting your hand on your heart and looking at yourself in the mirror, looking at your eyes and saying, I love you. And saying, you are amazing, you are capable, you are healing. Those words are so powerful. And when you're saying it to yourself in the mirror, it's like you're speaking to your soul. And at the beginning, it can be really uncomfortable to look at yourself in the mirror and say these things, because not everybody, easily can say, I love myself, right? We're always criticizing ourselves. We are our worst critics. So I have learned to be kinder to myself. I've learned to treat myself the way I treat a loved one. So when I think about the way that I would treat my son, if my son was sick, I treat him with so much love and so much compassion, because I know that that helps a person heal. So why not do that with myself? And it's been super powerful in my healing. So I strongly recommend, exploring a little bit more about self-love and compassion. And if you can, check out this book. You're not going to regret it. You're going to love it. Another book that I read that was very, very powerful as well is The Body Keeps the Score. This book is by, I'm probably going to butcher his name, It's Bessel van der Kolk, ND. He goes above and beyond explaining how the brain, mind, and body, you know, can heal, you know, based on somebody's trauma. So trauma, childhood trauma, especially, right? And trauma at any age has so much to do with our wellness. So if we've been through a traumatic experience when we were a child or even an adult, that trauma stays in the body and it eventually will manifest in a form of dis-ease in the body. And I know for a fact that this is true because I did go through a lot of trauma as a child. Unfortunately, you know, I grew up in a household, it's getting a little bit personal, but I grew up in a household where I experienced a lot of domestic violence and just watching other people that I loved, you know, be abused was really hard. And to grow up in a home where you don't feel safe is really hard. And that trauma stays in the body. And for many people, it will manifest as a dis-ease in the body. For other people, it can manifest as addiction. It could be addiction to eating. It could be addiction to alcohol. It could be addiction to, you know, substances. It could be any kind of addiction. So this book, if you have experienced any kind of trauma, highly recommend. It's going to help you understand, you know, why you feel the way that you feel. And it's going to help you understand like how what happened to you as a child has affected you in your adult life. This book is just, it's amazing. I cried so many times reading this. I also downloaded the Audible version because it's just that powerful. So sorry if I got a little bit too personal there, but I just want people to understand, you know, that there is a connection between trauma and disease. And then another book that I also read that has to do with nutrition that I really, really enjoyed because it reminded me of the medical medium, but this book is actually pretty old. It is called The Starch Solution by Dr. John McDougall. And this book really goes into, you know, deep about the scientific proof behind eating a plant-based diet. So his recommendations are to eat a plant-based diet, whole foods, so fruits and vegetables, high in starches. So a lot of carbs, right? But these are whole food starches. So we're talking about potatoes, sweet potatoes, oatmeal, any kind of starch, rice, brown rice, things that will keep you fuller longer, and then also implementing a lot of fruit and vegetables. So I have been learning how to implement this along with medical medium, which is super similar. And he also recommends completely eliminating fats. So no oils, no fats at all. And this book, along with medical medium information, has helped me get even healthier. And also I started to lose weight, right? Which was amazing. It kind of happened like overnight. Like I just stopped eating fat and I stopped eating oils, and maybe I didn't completely stop eating fat, right? So I still consume avocado, I still consume cashew nuts, like certain nuts I still eat, like almonds, like I still eat that too. But I have eliminated like oil and I don't consume as much fats. And I noticed that like I started to lose weight really quickly without even like working myself out too hard. Like I didn't have to work out as hard to lose the weight. So that has been really helpful for me, not only in my healing journey, but also to help me feel like I felt good in my body. It has given me more energy. I feel fuller longer. Amazing. So if you're looking to lose weight and be super duper healthy, also highly recommend checking out The Starch Solution. Very good book. It goes into detail regarding scientific research and data that explains this way of eating. So really like that one as well. So that is it, you guys. Thank you so much again for being here. I am so blessed to have you as a part of my community. I want to continue doing more videos for you, especially doing more what I eat in a day, like actual what I eat in a day, so you can see exactly what I'm eating and see how I prepare it. So again, thank you so much. I hope you guys are getting some, valuable information. If you have any questions, please let me know. Drop your comments below, or you can email me, DM me on Instagram, just reach out to me and I am more than happy to help. I feel like this is my mission in life, is to help people who have been through what I've been through. So don't be shy. I would love to hear from you. Sending you so much love and so much light. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.